So Luke Bennett is close to snapping, and honestly, it might be a good idea to avoid that. So I don't really know how to describe Luke Bennett. We could probably just go with professional victim, but it's up to you. He got famous on TikTok for telling people to get out, and it's kind of ironic because now all he's doing is telling people to get out of his area because people found his address and it's not pretty. Now normally Luke Bennett would look the other way, but with this he just can't because people are rocking up constantly. They're kicking his door in, they're shouting stuff through the letterbox. And despite everything I've said so far, there is no sign that anything is going to change. When I said he was a professional victim, I meant it. The guy is clearly financially reliant on this vicious cycle. And on the joking channel, we've spoken about a lot of attention addicts. UK TikTok has enough by itself. People like Paul Breach, people like Elphaba, and Luke Bennett is right up there, but the bad thing about him is that he has fallen off, and he is completely at the whim of people that just want to see him suffer. And it's not a good situation. It's only going to end one way. He is gonna snap. But to really understand all of this, it's probably worth taking a step back first, because it is funny and sad at the same time. And I've never known these two things to be a good mix. But you know what? You never know, so let's just get into it. Now, if you've been on social media at any point during this year, you probably know who these NPC streamers are.
Yes, back on, yes, back on, yes, back on, yes, back on.
If you don't recognise this face, then lucky you. Basically, the whole concept of these streamers on TikTok, well, it's to give like pre-programmed responses to donations. And it is very weird, so I'm not surprised that it drives so much attention. But it also drives a lot of money, because obviously the content is geared around donations. And Luke Bennett has just become the Brexit version of these streamers.
Cheers, Putty Bears there. Cheers, Putty Bear there. Cheers, Putty Bear there. Cheers, Putty Bears there. Cheers for the Putty Bears there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a watered down version, but he's trying. Credit to him for trying. And to be fair, ever since he transitioned to this content, he's been making a lot of money. Just imagine every one of those Pudsey Bears as like a quid. He's stacking it up, but this is where the problem comes in. Because with the knowledge that he is going to be doing this on stream every single day, well, people are taking advantage and just completely berating him every single time he goes live. And it's actually hard to find a clip that I can show on YouTube. So I'll show you a tamer one. This is the lighter side of Luke Bennett's live streams.
Can you tell me the 4 times table for me, please?
4, 8, 12, 16. Right, we will get you straight off, you strange guy.
So I censored it for obvious reasons, but that is his address. And it's not even like this is some esoteric knowledge. Like, his address is now everywhere. If you even know who Luke Bennett is, you're gonna know where he lives. And the fact that his address is the predominant meme around him, this is not a good sign. And really, that is the root of the problem. While he could probably hold it down if it was only insults on TikTok Live, it's gone very far beyond that now, and there is no escape for Luke Bennett. People are sending stuff to his house.
Someone sent me a bag of dog food with my name on, calling me a dog and everything like.
And funnily enough, that is probably the nicest thing that anybody's done for him. It's free dog food. There is a bit of a positive there. Unfortunately though, and it doesn't take a genius to work out that this was going to happen, well, it gets worse.
Seriously guys, what is wrong with you guys? There's been 2 blokes who have just come with a massive van for a trampoline. They've travelled over an hour away. Seriously?
And as far as I know, this is like a daily occurrence at this point. I'm gonna make a confession and say that I'm not ingrained in the Luke Bennett cinematic universe. I only really know what I found for this video, but it only seems to be scratching the surface. Because even just typing in his name, there is an endless sea of clips. And from what I've seen of these, this just seems to happen over and over again.
How disgusting can some of you guys actually be for doing this? A woman's just come with a little boy for a PS5. And they've just got an Uber here as well. Now they've got to get an Uber back.
Well, not to nitpick, because that is bad. But unless they were going to set it up in your front room, they would have had to take an Uber back either way. But continuing on from this, it's a pretty universal rule on the internet that stuff will escalate until it gets too bad. And as you can probably guess, that is exactly what happened here. Because it got to the point where people themselves were coming to his door. And there's one live on this front that stands out above all the rest. And jokes aside, it's not great. And I mean, if it wasn't a joke before, it's not after that. But really, running the stream throughout this makes a complete spectacle of it. And realistically, it just incentivizes people to do it more. It's just like a soap show. If you know that doing something is going to create this drama, well, people are going to do it in the name of entertainment. I think you really underestimate how bored people are.
Oh, you bloody heard that? Pack it in now. Getting ridiculous now. The guy footed the door. Look at how he take his chin off. You guys think you're funny, but you're not.
I might be stating the obvious here, but people aren't in these lives for Luke Bennett's introspective view on the world. And he knows that because he plays up to it. This might sound cold, but as with a lot of these TikTok influencers, they are there to be laughed at, whether that's good or bad. And when you're actively putting fuel on the fire instead of just turning off your phone, at what point is this just considered self-sabotage?
Let's help all the little jumped-up pricks on Luke's live. I've heard that. The Bennett ain't fucking standing for it no more. Enough is enough and you stop.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what she just said, but she did sound angry, so I guess that's enough to get her point across. And this situation is a weird one, and don't take that the wrong way. Obviously, there is no justification for turning up to someone's house. There's not even a justification for the stuff that people were doing at the start. Even sending dog food, well, it is kind of funny. Well, it is going too far. But, and there is a but here, at what point do you take accountability for the things that people are doing? To me, it's pretty obvious that this would stop if he stopped streaming. And yeah, it's his career, but it goes back to the professional victim comment I made at the start of the video. Is being relentlessly mocked on TikTok all day a good substitute for a normal job? I don't know, man, and given everything that is happening to Luke Bennett, I would be inclined to say no. I make videos on stuff I find funny, and a lot of the time that is a result of people just starved for attention. Basically, the willingness to do anything for views. It makes people go crazy, and I think Luke Bennett is a victim of this. It's not even unique to Luke Bennett. Even his mum has capitalized on this pretty unique situation.
Right, is it in?
Yeah, it's in, but it really hurts.
Okay, I'll try and go a bit slower. How's that?
Yeah, given the context that your son is berated on social media every single day, well, being pragmatic and not uploading this might be a shout. I mean, for all I know, there might be some mad strategy to this. Luke Bennett might be the kingpin, telling his mum to make these videos for more attention for the family. I'm trying, but I just don't see any rational reason why it is the way it is. I mean, not to shine a spotlight on this, but there are countless videos on his mum's account doing just this. Yeah, this might be a little bit counterintuitive. Everything else aside, I want this account off TikTok anyway. This was supposed to be a children's app, and it's far from it. But yeah, man, at this point, I don't actually see a solution. They say ignorance is bliss, and half the time Luke Bennett doesn't even understand what's going on.
What would you do if Gary Glitter was in your kitchen?
Okay. Hi, mate. A bit of a random question, but can I ask something now if you want me to, so yeah. Gary, what are you doing in my kitchen? What are you doing? Stop doing that thing. Get out! Get out! Get out! Do not come back in. Do not do it again.
For the uninitiated amongst you, Gary Glitter is a convicted paedophile. And I think, honestly, that sums it up perfectly. But yeah, man, overall, I would actually like to hear what you think. I think this is, like, quite an interesting conversation, but more importantly, the Luke Bennett stuff is just funny. But it is only funny until it goes too far and he snaps, and I think we might be really close to that point. So with that in mind, Luke Bennett, if you are watching, probably go on holiday. Preferably take a gap year, but it is up to you. But to everyone else, thank you for watching. Feel free to drop a sub if you want to see more videos like this. And with that said, it's time for my daily TikTok detox. So with that in mind, I'll see you in the next one.